Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the one-on-one section of the W3Champions Season 15. This is the last round of 16 and quarterfinal that we have before Championship Sunday. And today it's time for the Night Elves and Leon to join the battle here. As Remo is in Greece and Carson is... I have no idea where he is, actually. I need some help, and two wonderful gentlemen offered their help for today. And as we have a lot of Night Elves, we got some Night Elf expertise on the cast. Yesterday, I had two bronze medalists of ESL Meisterschaft, and I thought, how could I possibly top that? Maybe with a vice champion, with an absolute legend of the German community. Hello, Kevin.
Hi, guys. Thanks for having me.
My pleasure, dude. And US East represented as well. Just a couple of minutes ago, you saw him in the 2-on-2 semifinal. Now he's here for the one-on-one Night Elf expertise. RazerMoon, what's up, dude?
Thank you so much, Neo, for your invitation, and thanks for having me. How are you?
I'm doing very, very fine. I had Monk by my side. Now I got you by my side. Nothing can go wrong. The players are already in the lobby. Maps have been picked. We are good to go, but let's take a look at the bracket real quick. We got Foggy, Kaho, and Sok in the semi-final. Your thoughts on the tournament so far, Kevin?
I'm really happy to see Foggy in a good shape, as he usually is for the important tournaments. And I feel like he beat Soin, who's crazy against Elf. And then I was quite surprised by how close Hitman Hawk was, to be honest. I thought Hitman would stomp in, and I think Hitman thought the same. And yeah, then I'm a bit sad for Starbuck because I feel like he was ready to beat Kao, but wasn't meant to be. We'll see. And then, of course, happy Sock, but I guess that was talked about enough. Or you can't talk about it enough, maybe.
Exactly. One of the best matches I've seen all year. Today, now, time for the Elves, as we said. RazerMoon, we got Colorful and EleGaNt in the first match of the day. Your thoughts?
Well, it's gonna be very interesting because EleGaNt is playing this like his own school of playing. He's playing very aggressive. He's gonna be definitely coming, trying to destabilize Colorful. While Colorful is only playing really like DH Baromir, it's gonna be DH Keeper. We know in advance, likely, unless really he prepared something. And let's see how successful EleGaNt would be with his aggressive playstyle.
Yeah, EleGaNt, we don't see him too much in the one-on-one tours. He was around in like 2013-ish, and then disappeared for a while, and now he's back, and damn, he's a grinder. Lots of games recently, but now up against one of the strongest Night Elf Mirror player in the world, and I'm very, very glad to see you guys breaking this matchup down for us. Best of 5, round of 16, Colorful versus EleGaNt, and your casters are Kevin and RazerMoon.
All right, so the map is twisted. Lots of things could be played here. We could see an expansion. We could see DH Keeper Dryad play. But knowing it's EleGaNt, it could be anything. He could play Talons. He could play Bears. And it's definitely going to be going across map before getting level 3 with like trying to drain the moon juice and possibly trying to like do a few pickoffs and killing units. And then Colorful, who's definitely going to be likely to be playing one base tier 3, like this very old, reliable defensive style. And let's see if the aggression is going to work.
Yeah, I agree. It's up to EleGaNt to make this game like really crazy and interesting. And given the starting positions, both spawned next to the Merc camp, so that's really good for someone who wants to go Talents, I guess. If you can add the Mercs, it's really powerful. So let's see if someone deviates from a Baromir.
Definitely. I believe it's still like the Dryad expansion play might be the strongest if given like good macro and good micro. But let's see what the items they get, because if anybody's getting the HP pod right now, it's gonna be definitely a strong advantage. EleGaNt is almost losing his barracks. Is he gonna lose his barracks? No. Okay, it barely surviving.
That would have been a feels bad, man, but the items are kinda equal, I guess. Nobody got the big healing pot, so yeah, I guess that would have been by far the strongest. And now we have a big mana for EleGaNt and a big mana for Colorful and an Invo pot for EleGaNt, so I guess it's fairly even. What do you think?
Well, I personally think that EleGaNt actually stole the priest from Colorful, and he did so because, as I said before, he likes to go for that like aggressive play. And once an idol doesn't have that priest, it's really, you know, costly to creep any creep camps on Twisted Meadows, even using immolation. And it might be as good as even though the priest died, it might be still good and it might work.
And maybe then without the priest, the big mana will come in handy, because if you are out of mana, you can just use it and then heal more efficiently at your Moonworld. So maybe that will be a play for Colorful. Let's see. But so far, EleGaNt is creeping aggressively, taking a spot from Colorful.
Yeah, I'm afraid the second priest is almost barely surviving. Escaping to the north, and now EleGaNt is no HP Demon Hunter harass, and that's again like he's not even going to harass. He's actually trying to play safe.
Play in the Sonic replay, I guess. Like a 100 HP Demon Hunter can go full aggressive. It's okay.
To be fair, a few days ago we actually played on ladder, and he did this very move against me. He literally came with like 100 HP Demon Hunter to my base and died from mana burn there, so it was very fun, I guess.
What time?
It was like Twisted Meadows as well, and it was like before tier 2 even hits. It wasn't even like to cancel the lures, it was just some weird timing. He came with like 100 HP, and I was like, yeah, okay. Let's see.
Happens.
EleGaNt saved a lot of moon juice, but I don't feel like he accomplished much to the early game, because Colorful, yeah, he did give up the priest, but now he's using TES AOW to creep. Each player got his own berserker, and it seems that the game stabilizes for both. We might see that long bear mirror, unless some weird expansion or something, you know, more interesting than that is gonna come up to the stage. EleGaNt, by the way, is lacking 2 experience on his Demon Hunter. He's not level 3, and he's meeting the Colorful's DH mana burns. Colorful didn't scale mana burn, actually. It was level 1 mana burn. Okay, now
they finished the spot, huh?
Now EleGaNt is level 3, so the goal is if somebody is gonna be taking Naga, the real choice in between Naga and Keeper here is Naga is a tempo hero that allows you to get like the center control, maybe to get another camp. And Keeper is rather the hero that is good for the late game. And also there is a difference if you are planning to like play the base laming strategies with Zeppelin, Naga is definitely better. But any supply after 50, Keeper is really the strongest choice here. EleGaNt is actually... The shop on the EleGaNt's base seemed to hold, while on the Colorful's base, EleGaNt is actually drawing all the moon juice, and if he's going to be able to apply some damage to the DH, it's going to be impossible to heal from here.
He drains so much moon juice because the Berserker is outside of the base, so that's really good for Colorful now. And both are going, yeah, Hunter Saw, Lord Tag. Let's see if someone stays on tier 2, but I feel like it would almost be too late for an expansion into Must Rides now for EleGaNt, so we probably have a Bear Mirror in our hands.
Yeah, we're definitely getting a Bear Mirror, except for EleGaNt getting 2 lures and no tier 3 so far, but I think he's gonna launch it because the expo timing normally is halfway to tier 2. Yeah, there you go, tier 3 started. Colorful, I like his AOW moving, so Colorful is going to be able to get their red camp right after the creep camp he's taking right now, while EleGaNt is rather creeping the shop. Let's see what item he gets. Vampiric Hour is of course very crazy on the Night Elf mirrors, because Vampiric Hour is equals to 2 armor upgrades if you just get them. So basically, if your bears have Vampiric Hour and your opponents have just 0-2, they're going to be equal in terms of the damage and HP output on a battlefield.
You might get an important creep check here by Colorful. Luckily, EleGaNt has a staff to bring the Demon Hunter back, but that's still costly. Because Colorful still has mana on the Keeper, so this fight will be rather easy for him.
Yeah, he definitely commits here. Both players have the white Night Elf regular like Staff of Preservation, and EleGaNt's Keeper is level 2. Is he getting entangled out of range? Oof. That was close.
I'm a bit surprised that like in the early game, I think EleGaNt sold 2 Mantle of Intelligence when he bought the boots, which I think is kind of curious, especially when you go Keeper, and you will most likely have a late game here on this map. It's really interesting, because it's more damage, more Entangle.
I personally think that like Twisted Meadows has so many creeps that normally any other matchup but Night Elf Mirror, you gotta play Tri-Hero here. As I think, you know, like the map goes and as it should probably work. Is EleGaNt gonna buy Mana Potion? Oh no, he did not buy. He could have actually bought a Mana Potion on his Keeper to prevent the Demon Hunter from staffing, but he didn't do this one. And also I think that due to like general like amount of creep camps and items that are getting dropped on the map, it's actually okay to sell some items on Twisted because there are like a lot of yellow creep camps or a lot of greens, and eventually you're gonna get stacked up anyway. If you're planning on playing that like long macro game, now EleGaNt is trying to get what could be his Vampiric Aura, which he needs to be playing for. TP down, and he's not getting the item nor the creep, or is he? Okay, he got the last hit, but the item goes to Colorful.
Luckily, no Vampiric Aura, but still really good for Colorful, because especially on a map before the Goblin Labs, it's so easy to get a Zeppelin later on, so not having the TP anymore can be really, really tricky.
Definitely, TP allows you to make a mistake or to get creep jacked. While here it's more or less like of a stable game, I do love the items for Colorful DH. If we compare those to Demon Hunter, Colorful's Demon Hunter seems to be on steroids this game.
And he doesn't even have the orb yet. I love the Staff of Teleportation. It's such a sick synergy, especially on such a big map. You just stuff the Demon Hunter back and you come back right away. The distance doesn't matter anymore. So that's pretty nice combination, and we do see it on both Demon Hunters actually.
There was an interview with Moon quite a few years ago where he was asked what's his favorite item, and he replied that that's the blue Staff of Tele from the shop.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so that's Moon's favorite item, as far as I know, of course, and it used to be many years ago, and now that's going to be interesting. So, Colorful is getting cut off position. He's getting the HP Stone. Okay, that's an interesting item. It's going to make Demon Hunter 1,200 HP. I think he's not going down tonight. While EleGaNt is coming at the weird timing, so aggressive play could actually allow you to win on an Elf Mirror, to win like players who are better than you, but it also sometimes allows you to lose if you do something incorrect here. So the bear count is equal. 1 Dryad for EleGaNt, 2 for Colorful. He's gonna be getting his reinforcements closer to his base. EleGaNt is trying to regroup here.
Dangerous for EleGaNt, but it seems like he's backing up carefully. And now this is the time where like a Moon, I guess, would try to make the game weird. He would go for the Zeppelin, maybe for an expansion distraction or anything, go for some base lane. But I feel like these guys will probably play it a bit more straightforward, and we do in fact already see an Ancient of Wind for EleGaNt, so he just wants to play defensively rather than offensively at the moment.
I also think that on the bear mirror, it's always tricky because, you know, as a viewer, you're watching like there are like thousands of bears fighting thousands of bears, and some bears win eventually. And thing about like this bear mirror is actually, if you want to play it like professionally and actually win your games, you got to be playing defensively. It needs to be those 20-minute games where you camp your base, you scout for the expos, and here is a creep jack by Colorful. He's coming, but it seems like Dryads were coming first. All the bears are still running behind. Position is slightly better for EleGaNt, but Colorful has a double orb, and now all the bears are here. And okay, everything survives here. It's just a TP, but for the red camp, so acceptable. Gets a huge mana pod, the mana stone, mana item, but he needs to sell it, which he does. A few interesting things about the Ascension of Wind for EleGaNt, besides getting a Hippogriff, that's a anti-layman kind of measurement, I feel like there is new innovation that almost nobody use, but I think it's worse to make like a few fairy dragons up there on a barrier mirror, because then you kind of prevent your opponent from healing and flipping your bears within the fight. What do you think, Kevin?
I think it's an interesting point, especially when you have the Ancient of Wind anyways, maybe against a potential Zeppelin drop. And sometimes, like, just having the Ancient of Wind without a Hippogriff is enough to prevent someone from buying the Zeppelin. And yeah, I agree, because oftentimes in Bermir you see that one elf is just spamming the war when they are, for example, detonates of Wisps, and then you really deal a lot of damage as well with the Fairy Dragons, I think. That and against healing, of course.
Yeah,
can be
surprisingly,
interesting.
surprisingly, I've not yet seen this very thing happening on a pro scene, though. Everybody just usually pumps the hippo, but a few fairies could work. Like, you guys definitely should try it out. In case if you're playing Night Elf and you love the bear mirrors, of course.
Yeah, I don't play the game because that would count as practice, but yeah, I will take the idea gladly.
Okay, so Colorful is going for a supper right now, and a Demon Hunter is going, but EleGaNt actually is very lucky with that new Moonwell positioning, because it kind of prevented two buildings from going down. DH is getting staffed. Mana Burns exchange it,
And we do have the Zapper.
Supper connects, but no Moonwells go down yet. Gonna be just one.
One is okay-ish, but there wasn't even like Moon Juice in, so it's basically even, I guess, and no supply block anyways.
Well, the value for the supper was definitely there. The fight begins. Unfortunately for EleGaNt, he doesn't have the second orb on his keeper, and position is definitely better for Colorful here. EleGaNt cannot actually extend his bears, and they're also getting blocked by their own units. And it feels like EleGaNt is pushing through. He's also 50 supply. He doesn't even break.
This is where Colorful excels in Bermir. He just knows when he can push against Moonwells during the night, against reinforcements, and he knows he will still get a good fight. This is all the experience and why he wins these games. It's so hard to call this in a game.
Oh, in the Dryad, as an exit kill goes down here. EleGaNt is... I like the upgrades for EleGaNt, so it's gonna be 2-2 versus just 1-1 for Colorful, and on the Bear Mirrors, armor upgrades are more valued because the Thorn's Aura works less effective. If you are getting, it's getting the damage reduction by the armor of the unit. So EleGaNt is the better spot here by the upgrades, but gold-wise, it's a huge difference, and I think that the second orb was maybe the difference maker on that very fight that just happened.
And also, I think it's a huge deal that I think Colorful saved both Triads, and EleGaNt has no Triad anymore, so he basically needs to replace them against Entangle, and he's really short on lumber, so Colorful is ahead in upgrades, ahead in Triads, and has more gold, so he doesn't take a bad fight. Like in the next 1 or 2 minutes, he should favor it hugely, I guess.
Do you think, because it's the best map of all time, do you think we would see Zeppelin to the island yet this game?
It would be a shame if we don't, but I'm afraid we will not. Because these guys, I think they already have a hard time going anywhere besides the diagonal on this map. They just go straight to the opponent, basically, and now taking this expo in the bottom left already, I think this hurts Colorful. He just wants to go straight to the opponent. So I don't think so, but I hope so.
Well, experience-wise, it's very close, actually, and I think maybe if you get more attack upgrades, maybe the third one for both players, you could actually try to just Zeppelin into killing the Ancient of Eternity, into killing the main building. Colorful is just getting the very last creeps that were leftovers from the map, and EleGaNt breaks supply. Colorful as well. Colorful has way more resources, though. it's a good idea if the game goes to like this stalemate situation. It's always a good idea to hide. Okay, actually, oh my god, I love EleGaNt. He actually built a fairy dragon. So he definitely heard the casting.
I think so. It's confirmed.
Definitely. And I think in those games, it's actually a very wise idea to just get one chim roost somewhere, you know, in the dark corner of the map to try to get a few chimps because they demolish bears. And if you are able to like cope at least two, especially let's say given colorful situations where he's sitting at 1300 gold being 70 supply, which is crazy good for him. So supply might be even, but gold-wise, Colorful has a tremendous advantage.
Bit surprised Colorful didn't go for a Shredder because he was so far ahead, and that would allow him to easily get Wellspring, which he doesn't have. That would allow him to get free, maybe an expansion. But he is actually expanding in the top left now, so that's interesting. And he attacks at the same time. And yeah, this could be interesting. Who has the better base? Like, which Tree of Eternity can get killed faster?
Colorful's TPs actually. There is a fight now. Keeper is exposed. Keeper from EleGaNt. Dryads are now coming. Detonates. Of course, given the base advantage, Colorful should probably defend it here, but he doesn't have scrolls that many, and scrolls is something that should be.
I guess we have a lot more bears for Colorful.
Oh my god, was it a misclick?
He's morphing everything.
Why did he morph all the bears? Okay, he did try
Against
to
the
get a
Fury
few
Dragon
reaches.
even. So that wasn't perfect.
Colorful is ahead on. He has 1600 gold and 73 lumber.
And
I
he's
think
losing the
EleGaNt might be
Demon
just doing this.
Might... Oh, that was really close.
Bears melt.
low on
Demon
HP on
Hunter
the
level
Demon.
4. EleGaNt might have just won this game by having scrolls in better position here. And Demon Hunter
he's-
for Colorful is going down,
Oh.
and that's 1-0, I think. Wow.
Yeah, he did it. That's
GG.
crazy. Okay. That's how
Well-
a game can go. If you're greedy.
Well, well played by EleGaNt. If you guys think that you don't understand Night Elf Mirror, look, we're both Night Elves here, and we're just like sitting down and wondering what just happened.
This is Vermeer.
I mean,
Interesting matchup.
I was sitting here and taking notes, like, okay, we have to talk about Colorful being the best bear mirror player probably of all time. And then he morphs them all into GNL bears and loses the game. Like, what the hell just happened? I follow Colorful for probably 10 years in Night Elf Mirror, and that has never happened to him.
He lost so much DPS and he got so much damage from the Fury Dragon. Like, that move reminded me of the great Ente from Germany when he morphs his destroyer. So
Yeah,
What
just
do
the
you
other
wanna do?
way around, I guess.
yeah.
Oh
I
my.
It's a combination, I think, though, of the Fairy Dragon and the scrolls, because EleGaNt had 2 scrolls, had the protection that gives you +1 armor upgrade, and he had the healing scrolls, while Colorful TP'd and he was very empty on his items, though he had like tremendous amount of gold to buy even the parry ups if he wanted to make the Demon Hunter 2000 HP, but
Oh man.
I wonder if it was a good call to TP, because he had an expansion building and probably could have gone for a base trade, I guess. But yeah, he was confident in the fight and turned out badly.
All right, next game is up. And it's gonna be on Hammerfall, one of the latest additions to the map pool in 1-on-1. We see quite some playtime in the weeklies. And now we see it here in Night Elf Mirror. RazerMoon, what do you think about Hammerfall?
well, I personally like the map, but I would have loved it even more if it had the mercenary camps, because I played this map before it was introduced to the ladder. It was an ATR, all the random mode map, and then it got changed. And there used to be like mercenary camps. And once I firstly saw it, I was like, oh yes, I'll be pushing with like those double trolls. It's gonna be so much fun. And then boom, Goblin Slap, and so the map changed a little bit. I think that's a great anything but Demon Hunter map. Of course, you could go DH here, but you could also play Keeper. You could also play Bottom. You could also Tower Push here. You could expand here. So let's see if maybe EleGaNt has some weird positioning of his AOW or anything, and
All right, we'll see how this series continues. Colorful down a map in Night of Mirror, something I didn't expect. And I take the freedom to grab the game now, and I'll be casting with Kevin.
Oh.
All right, we are Colorful in the blue, upper left-hand side, and EleGaNt, bottom right-hand side. So, what are the odds that Colorful is doing such a big mistake again?
I guess quite high, because for me, he's a bit like Moon. Like either he plays really, really well, or he doesn't if he has a bad day. So maybe that's an indicator that he's not too focused, not in the best shape.
Well, we always see him yawning at the beginning of a game. Maybe the coffee still has to kick in. It's getting a little later over there in China, of course, being a family man, father, etc. Maybe he's getting a little more tired than EleGaNt is. But yeah, so far, so standard. Let's see if he can bring his A game here.
We do see 2 Demon Hunters again, and this map is really, really good for an kinda early expansion because it's so close to the main base. So let's see if someone deviates from the bare mirror. Could be interesting with talents or with mass triads, I guess.
Yeah, if you play Night of Mirror, like first of all, I have to ask, like in Germany, in the Meisterschaft, you're the only Night of Mirror, the only Night Elf player. So, do you even practice Mirror at all?
I can really feel that I don't care that much in the ladder during the ESL season when I know, well, I won't face an elf in an important tournament. But for me, as I'd say, I'm kind of tricky player in Night of Mirror, so I have a lot of cheese strategies and all in, so I guess that favors me if I can just save them, and I'm not the biggest DH Mirror fan, so I don't practice it too much, but I'm happy that I don't have to, I guess.
Maybe in an upcoming tournament, you're kind of forced to that. Maybe at RazerMoon.
Maybe during some qualifier, because I have to fight for the Rocket Beans. We need more tickets.
We need more tickets for the Rocket Beans community, for sure. Oh my god, the items for EleGaNt. Claws and slippers against, what's it, hood and ring. Big advantage.
Yeah, that's super huge. Makes such a big difference, because like so much about the moon juice. Basically, if you run out too quickly of moon juice, then the opponent can just push you down with the Naga, like beginning of tier 2. So, and we might see. Oh, missed the block. Okay.
Wisp safe to the side. I think EleGaNt was one of the most unknown players coming into this round of 16, but there's not the greatest difference so far in skill from what I can see between him and Colorful, who's obviously an established player for a long time.
Yeah, I think he's super solid, and sadly, like a bit of a ladder hero, I guess, but it's not because he's not great, it's just because the others are so good in Asia, and they just take the top spots. But yeah, now he needs to be careful, because you don't want to lose a TP, and he... Another Wisp to block. Oh, it was close.
Should be fine, should be good. Draining a lot of moon juice from Colorful's base. Has a little bit of a supply advantage. He's missing a Hunter's Hall.
And we do have confirmation that EleGaNt is hearing the stream. He knows we want to see something else, and we have an aggressive shop by EleGaNt. The natural of Colorful, so we might see an Archer all in, actually.
Yeah, I was looking for the Huntress Hall. I mean, for some reason, you guys sometimes forget the Huntress Hall, but this is not the case here. 6 archers is another indicator of a push, and that's going to be quite dangerous for Colorful.
But why is he bringing Wisps? So that could be like aggressive engines of war as well. That's...
Who does that?
Sometimes, like with a bottom archer push, you bring a lot of wisps to detonate or to drain the mana of the Demon Hunter, so that the moon juice is not as efficient. So that really helps, because you don't need them anymore after the all-in. And here, it might be against the Keeper, because when you play aggressively, the opponent is basically forced into a Keeper second hero, so that could be the idea as well.
That's quite some pressure on Colorful right now. So we got the Naga, we got a super strong Demon Hunter with a potion. 2 potions, actually.
And he gets the Engine of War, that's huge. Plus he's getting Nature's Blessing for aggressive Engines of War, so this will be... really hard for Colorful, but he is building an AP already.
And he's hiding. Moonwell's kind of depleted, and this mana burn doesn't help. EleGaNt showing that he's a bit of a trickster. Does he have reveal though? I don't think so.
He doesn't have a Whisper at the Goblin Lab, so that's a bit of an oversight. And interestingly, Colorful is skipping the Ancient of Lore for now. He went shop and AP and tier 3 first. So that's a smart adjustment, I guess, because the orb can be really good.
Focus fire on the Demon Hunter straight away, trying to force a town portal and more moon juice. Ancient of War only at 40%. Not guaranteed that it comes up.
Brians? I guess. Pretty good choice as well. They buy time and now the AP is ready, so this is not over for Colorful.
Yeah, he's pretty great in holding these pushes. Many tried to cheese him, also with Mass Hunt all-ins. But man, if his Demon Hunter falls, that's gonna be some trouble. Keeper not getting burned for now. Potion was used already on EleGaNt, so his own Demon Hunter doesn't have the best time in this fight. Last bit of moon juice.
Oh damn, this is super close. I mean, the AP will do a lot, but he might still lose all the Moonwells if he can position the Ancients of War in front of them. And like, he won't have any healing during daytime apart from potions and bears, but they are far away.
They are. Oh boy, Colorful under so much pressure. March of the Ends. Would love to see some kind of healing for these archers, but EleGaNt is investing a lot into these Ancients of War. He does have Nature's Best.
This is peak Warcraft.
It is. I mean, that's a lot of different buildings, at least. Not the most different units, but it's gorgeous. I agree.
It's like the moment one elf doesn't go for the complete mirror, these games get so interesting. And he just snipes the AP. The AP is gone.
Oh, holds on with mass repair for a second longer, but not enough.
Oh.
And that opens the floodgates.
And look how he positions the Ancients of War. He traps them inside of the base.
Okay. EleGaNt is making some fans tonight.
And he still has all the Moonwells, like 650 moon juice for EleGaNt, so he can easily stuff the Demon Hunter back in a second. Would have loved to see a stuff of teleportation now, but he doesn't have to get it.
Oh man, he can easily snipe all the wisps. That of course goes into lumber. There's an orb that hurts a bit, of course, but heal scroll and heal potion. Oh, that's gorgeous.
The second, and the third bear before master, but he really wants some healing, but that's close. Or as Remo would say now, wait a minute.
Wait, excellent. Yeah, we need some Remo influence on this. And of course, Kevin, you know him best.
You made me wait many minutes already.
Oh, me too, dude. You trust me.
Yeah, okay.
Altar falls, Moonwells are falling, Colorful is supply block, can now go into master training, but he's with his back against the wall, literally.
Do have bears, but they might be. It might be too late because all the Moonwells are gone. Well, there's one left, but still.
Okay, Colorful, show me your Night Elf Mirror micro. But there isn't too much to micro. We know that he's a good Dota player. But how did you get out of this?
I guess we are down to a best of 3. This is what it is.
It absolutely is. Yeah, economy wrecked, base wrecked, heroes not even close to saving levels. So awesome to see that a cheese strat like this can work on the highest level of Warcraft.
Yeah, super interesting.
Like, what would have been the counter? Better scouting earlier, or?
Yeah, I guess to a degree. You should scout if you see a Hunter's Hall or the Archer count, and I feel like the Ancient of War was off. Like, he lost the Ancient of War before the push, and that should have been in front of his Moonwells. It would have bought so much time. He just lost it before Archers, which was really, really bad, and then...
EleGaNt now with the Walmart move, just building a shop into the opponent's base. Why not?
I could have moved the other shop, but it's...
It's just confidence, dude. It's just... It's a statement shop.
Like, this is fun to play for Colorful, but I don't think he can win, but it's super fun to spread the orb behind the Tree of Eternities, but... Yeah, there are unfortunately 3 more Ancients of War.
Potion should be swapped to EleGaNt. There we go. Demon Hunter, no way to heal him up at the moment. Town Portal, of course, but will be greeted by 3 Ancients of War who'll try to clobber him down. Ancient of Lore also falling. Obviously, no space for any new Moonwells. Archers!
No.
Demon Hunter takes an arrow to the knee, but still survives. What can you possibly say? Bears are falling in seconds to the archer damage. Good units, these archers.
That's true. But
Oh.
like, I'm not an expert caster yet. I'm trying to find a way to make it more interesting, but there's a GG. Colorful saved me.
Very atypical Knight of Mirror. This is like 1 in 1,000 games that look like this. RazerMoon, your analysis of what we just saw.
First of all, this is my most favorite kind of Night Elf mirrors. I think that there used to be what I believe to be the greatest game of all time. It was in between Remind and Moon, played back to 2011, I think, on Terna Stand. And that very game was straight 30 minutes of mass archers and AOWs with Nature Blessing fight in the center of the map, with Moonwells being towards the center and everything. And EleGaNt just did it. You know, the old school cheese strategy, really good execution there, good AOW positioning, nice AOW interception, and Colorful was not prepared. Colorful, it is 2-0 for EleGaNt, so... Ice is definitely getting cracked today.
Definitely. Oh boy. Next map is Last Refuge. That could be a different style of playing it, or do you accept more cheese, Kevin?
I expect some more cheese. I mean, it worked once, so why not in a Elfmere? It's interesting. And yeah, I guess I was wrong with the best of 3, because we had, like, it's match points for EleGaNt now.
Absolutely is. And the players might not change their strats, but we are switching up the casters. Kevin, you're benched after that gruesome mistake, and I'm gonna do my very, very first RazerMoon co-cast now. Let's go!
Let's go, Neo. So I truly think that Talons on this map is the best choice on the Night Elf mirror.
Right?
But they gotta be...
yeah?
They gotta play like Foggy plays them, with like a lot of early aggression, drawing the Moon Juice, maybe going early DH level 1 into like the Priest camp, and so forth. But we might see absolutely anything here. AP push, Baromir, must Dryad play. Like, this is a really nice map.
Yeah, I think the worst case for us viewers would be a Bear Mirror, but even then, that could just be a double Zeppelin drop and things go crazy. I'm not the biggest fan of Last Refuge anymore because we're seeing it for 13 years now, but in Night of Mirror, it's one of my favorites.
To be honest, like me as, you know, a newer to the scene player, I definitely find this map the most entertaining and exciting probably after the Terna stand that was gone. Do you know if Ternas is gonna be back anytime? Maybe next season?
Maybe we can bribe the W3Champions admins.
Oh, well, who knows? Who knows? Definitely. Nevertheless, it's double Demon Hunter again, so it's gonna be whatever it's gonna be, but it's gonna be Mirror so far. I think Bottom and Mus Archers is another cheese strat that could work on this map, but EleGaNt seems to go for some reliable play. Oh, wait. There's no second Moonwell for EleGaNt so far.
Ooh. Okay, is that an oversight or a fast tech kind of thing.
Could be Huntress Hole Hunts. Could be that he just forgot it. And could be... Okay, that's Huntress Hole from EleGaNt. Okay, there we go. That's some special tactics again.
Yeah, man. I'm falling more and more in love with EleGaNt. Who still plays a Huntress opening when you're not massing? And even if you mass, it's usually supported by a Pardon.
I agree. I think Remind had some games before where he used to go like this. Very strange, you know, like Huntress Hole Moonwell DH play, and then he was trying to get up to like 2-3 hunts and run into the wisps of the opponent, because like the timing that he was hitting, it was impossible to close and wall off your base. And he used to be doing the economy damage, but let's see what's gonna be happening here.
Ooh.
Oh, EleGaNt is building the second AOW. That's a hunt all-in. Okay.
That's pretty foggy-esque, I'd say. Just with a Demon Hunter instead of a Pardon.
Definitely, but thing is, on the pro level, all the hallways to the bases and generally this map are very kind of narrow. They're very small. Colorful archers died to creeps.
Oops.
Actually, the creeps ensnared and killed Colorful archer. Oh my god.
Well, I wasn't even paying attention. I was on the right-hand side because there was a Wisp about to scout the Ancient of War, but I think it's not close enough. So he has no idea what's coming.
Let's see by the reaction. So Colorful gets EleGaNt's archer. There are still no Moonwells or Huntress Hole getting built, so I think he doesn't know just yet.
This could spell disaster. His tech, of course, on the way, but at the moment, he's really weak. The Demon Hunter is not level 3, not enough archers. Moon Juice is okay, but hunt production is ramping up. The Moonwell is finishing as well. So far, everything looking fine for EleGaNt.
Yeah, I completely agree here. And also, EleGaNt is doing a really good job right now trying to get a little bit of Moon Juice used by Colorful, so it's going to be even harder to defend the push. And Colorful doesn't know. Yeah, he's actually Moon, he's AOW. Question is if he's going to be able to get level 3 and the Trolls, which could be the difference maker.
Yeah, if you get the piercing damage out, that would be fantastic. We have Wisps already on the way. Could be APs this time, could be Ancients of War again. Huntress in position, but hiding. Ooh, Colorful is in a check situation here.
Luckily for both players, they got both got the wards from the priest camp. And let's see if Colorful has any idea. Now he scouts, now he knows there was a Wisp checking EleGaNt's base. And for Huntstain preparing for that ultimate push. Colorful keeps checking. He checks the high ground for an AP, see if there are any on his Goblin Slab. Wisps are going around. He doesn't yet understand what's coming. EleGaNt sold the TP, and he's trying to surround. Controlled by Colorful here. And now all EleGaNt needs to do is to get deep inside the Night Elf base, because that's not exactly the base build as he did against bottom Hunts. And Hunts connect into archers. AP started. He might be just doing this. Naga second for Colorful.
Oh, the Demon Hunter is stuck? What?
Demon Hunter is stuck. He has a TP. Uses it.
Oh boy. Okay, that's a lot of HP gone. The AP is obviously way too late and cancelled immediately. EleGaNt's APs are growing. Floodgates open, but good counter focus on EleGaNt's DH, so he's out of the fight for now.
EleGaNt is known for his like 2 HP. Going back, DH falls down. Yeah. But still, there is no Moon Juice left and just one archer for Colorful. If those APs get up, I don't think there is anything he could do to get him off.
Yeah, the Demon Hunter could be bought back from the Tavern if he has the resources, but buys him from the altar, interestingly. 2 APs down, 1 AP up. Huntress also very hurt. Colorful is stabilizing.
Yeah, it seems to be working. He got 3 Moonwells, 2 APs are going up, but DH's hit points and Naga's hit points and Archer is going down. Wait a second.
More Remo influence on the cast, I like it.
Oh yeah, definitely. Shout out to Remo. Demon Hunter for EleGaNt is coming back actually, but there are gonna be 2 APs. Question is, what units does EleGaNt need to make now? Does he need more hunts, or does he need the double glaive production? What do you think?
Yeah, I guess we're going into glaive production on both sides. My favorite part of Night Elf Mirror, but oh my god, that's big XP donation onto Demon Hunter and Naga. Yeah, Glaive Mirror. It's fantastic.
Seems like Moonwell for Colorful might be falling, and if this Moonwell die here, then he's not gonna be able to... no, he would be able to pump some units because he's actually 22 supply, but let's see if any Glaive Throwers are coming from the Colorful side of things. He has 2 queued. Demon Hunter for Colorful is... Oh, yeah, sure.
Yep, Shop, he's waiting for it. Few seconds left. But yeah, he holds on to this 1 AP and is waiting for the Glaives shortly to arrive.
Yeah, looks like Colorful stabilizes and EleGaNt just taps out. GG.
Kevin with a smile on his face.
Yeah, it was beautiful. A nice strategy. Again, peak Warcraft, and I thought he had it. But I guess the Glaives were too late. Maybe 1 or 2 hunts too much. Unnecessary, and yeah, then he lost it. Almost a 3-0, man.
Razor sharp indeed. So RazerMoon, do you like the approach of EleGaNt? Because we all know that Colorful is really, really good in Bear Mirror. So EleGaNt's idea seems to be, well, then let's not play Bear Mirror, but decide it on tier 2 or tier 1 even.
I do like the approach he's taking because obviously, well, that's not exactly the madness to play a Bear Mirror against Colorful, but it might be very tricky and hard. Like the game he won on Twisted was not going that smooth all along. He did manage to somehow overturn it in the end, but like it rather seemed to be very hard. So I think Cheese is a good approach, like playing some, unorthodox strategies, and that might be as good as it could just work.
Is it as good as a Kevin and Reza dual cast, though? We'll see. Concealed Hill is the map, and it's still match points for EleGaNt. 2 more. Can Colorful come in clutch with a reverse sweep, or will it be all Ogre after this one? Have fun, boys!
Thank you, Nia. All right, so that's Concealed Hill, game number 4. What do you think, Kevin? Is there gonna be any Priestess of the Moon on this map?
I would love to see it, and I think it's really strong, but I'm not sure we will. Is EleGaNt playing Portum at all from time to time?
Well, I personally seen him more as a DH player, definitely here. But first of all, like this map, I think this map is slightly better for the hunt all-in play because there are 2 fountains and you could actually drain all the moon juice and heal them. If in fact there is any map where hunts would be most effective, it's gonna be Concealed Hill.
Yeah. I was really surprised that he went for the must hunt DH play on Last Refuge, because yeah, it would be so amazing on this map, but maybe he just really wants to confuse Colorful and make something that he doesn't expect at all. So what could it be on this map? Because in theory this map is also really good for lore play.
Yeah, I think there are generally 2 most powerful strategies this map. First one is going to be bottom hunts, and the second best, probably if executed correctly, is the bear. The standard bear lore play. Talents don't quite work here because there are like no mercenary camps, no priest to dispel the anti-magic shield. It's hard to expand as well, so let's see. The scouting wisps are now going cross map. We do see second Moonwell from both of the players, so likely it's going to be somewhat of the standard play.
Could be a really passive start of the game, I guess, if both just go for the level 3 creep route. There's not much to gain, I guess. The camps are not that risky. Let's see what they do after the first spot.
So, knowing EleGaNt again, I think this map is also very good for early aggression, and he might try to get like level 2 and maybe try to creep jack Colorful by the shop. Let's see what side of the maps both players are gonna go. So far, they're of course going for a standard creep. The turtles you usually take as a second creep camp on the Night Elf mirror. They both scout with their wisp. And then you have a choice. You could go for the Crabs and Murloc creep camp, and then you could potentially creep jack at the shop, the other Night Elf player. What's your personal favorite play here, Kevin?
I think since the immolation buff, I think the creeping is just better because it's so fast, and additionally you can compensate for some immolation creeping, which means healing is harder with the fountain. So I really like to creep because you can creep the crabs and the murlocs in an instant, and go for the shop. Seems like both want to be active on level 2, especially EleGaNt. The archers are in position already.
Seems like EleGaNt is just chasing wisps around the map. Oh, he's blocking. Yeah, he killed a wisp there, but now he needs to go for the shop creep check, and Colorful decides not to creep so far. Problem with those creepings is if you're getting caught off guard, you're getting mana burned to death, and then you get no mana. And if the other Night Elf player stays on you, you're forced into drinking all of your moon juice, and then it might lead to you losing the mid-game fight with Naga. So the moon juice counts, both players are playing really well, and I believe they both count the moon wells here. EleGaNt is trying to do anything, but Colorful seemed to not to fall for the trap. He's not trying to creep, he's actually just fighting the DH that's running around.
So he forces him to buy boots as well, and interestingly, he went for the Hunter's Hall before the third Moonwell, EleGaNt that is, so let's see, that's kinda unusual. Maybe he just didn't care, or maybe he wants to go for some cheesy AP somewhere, but unlikely, I guess. Maybe it was just accident.
Speaking of the AP positioning, actually on this map, there's Demon Hunter trying to harass the Wisp. Oh, he decides to spend a TP. He's not even trying to get away from the Colorful's base, but EleGaNt is creeping the Goblin Slap already. He's gonna be level 3 in a minute.
Yeah, but unfortunately he was forced to cancel the shop that he built to block his base off, so he won't have the stuff early on, and he lost some lumber, so that's two things not going really good for Colorful.
Crawl of the Beast, unfortunately, he gets from the camp. That's definitely the worst item, but I think it's about the perspective. If you think about this item as if, okay, I sell it and I get an extra bear, it doesn't seem to be that bad, but of course you want to get like the HP pot. Actually, Scroll of the Beast for both players here, so the game RNG stabilizes.
And now, come on, the Goblin Lab is cleared. Give us some Zeppelin action. I mean, didn't have too many bear mirrors, so one game with base trade would be fun for a change. Let's see, this is also dangerous by EleGaNt because this is exactly the keeper timing. And I call it now, he's gonna lose his Demon Hunter.
I think so too. He might get just surrounded and lose his DH right here. Is it what's gonna happen? Oh, he's trying to escape and Tangle used and he's okay, Colorful.
I don't know why he was blocked.
I feel like there was some path in between the archer and the keeper, and Colorful seemed to, like, believe that he might escape there, and that all led to, of course, DH getting out. Got lucky there. So
the pressure is not over for EleGaNt because he can still lose the Demon Hunter if he traps him now with the keeper.
Oh my god. Colorful still has mana. Who's gonna get the item, and what item is it gonna be? EleGaNt is coming with no HP Demon Hunter and no TP Demon Hunter as well. And that's Cloak of Flames and Demon Hunter run!
Yeah, he might lose. Okay, another archer. That would have been worse. Or a lot worse for EleGaNt, but it was still really bad for him. I believe the Demon Hunter is alive.
I think Colorful is literally just steamrolling through the game here. He's actually feeling really confident. He got the Clock of Flames. It's an kind of average item. I wonder if it needs to be changed due to the immolation change recently as well. What do you think about this item, Kevin?
Yeah, I don't think it has the biggest impact, but then again, the Demon Hunter will be the hero who benefits by far the most from this item, so I'm not sure if I would like it in other matchups, for example, where you don't have an offensive melee hero a lot of the times. Let's say a human with Rifle Caster will always have to sell the item, So I'm not sure. Maybe you could really replace it with something else. I don't know. I feel like buffing it would benefit Elf, and why would we buff Elf? It's so strong.
Definitely, I agree with you there. So,
I had
one
to say
drive.
this. It was in the contract for today.
Okay. So,
I have to say it 2 times.
Okay, Kevin.
We bought
So,
the engagement from chat.
let's bring the content, sure. So second Dryad is denied by EleGaNt, and also Keeper is getting away from Demon Hunter. Low HP Keeper is getting saved. I think Colorful kind of won the mid game, and it all started with DH level 2 and no teleport, running into Colorful's base. You see, the game is actually building very beautiful. So because EleGaNt spent excessive amount of hit points and got his Moonwells actually down, then he went inside the Night Elf base and he TP'd, then he lost the mid for the center. It all led to him losing archers, and that led to him losing both Dryads against the Keeper Mirror play. So the games are usually built like that. One unreliable play could just ruin it all for you.
And then now again the Dryad advantage is huge because 150 mana, that's 3 dispels and no dispel for EleGaNt, so if Colorful doesn't make a huge mistake, he might be able to close it like fairly soon, I guess.
Well, that's the chat's favorite bear mirror, I believe. Of course, everybody wants the games, those bear mirrors to be short, but the great players are still trying. Colorful seem to actually be killing the bears. That backline of archers is MVP here, to be honest, because it doesn't seem to deal a lot of damage, but because it's just there and it constantly hits, I think their DPS is somewhat equal to the bears so far.
And then another entangle on the GNL bear, and it's gonna go down, and he's 14 supply ahead, and that's so huge in an exact mirror.
EleGaNt is passing orbs among 2 heroes. By the way, the fun fact is it could actually increase the DPS of your orb output. Here, of course, he does it so he spreads the poison damage and tries to defend, but generally, if somehow within a fight you're able to pass the orb among both of your heroes, that's gonna count as double orb. So there are gonna be 2 poison effects on the enemy units.
Yeah, I feel like it's I think 9 damage per second, so 1 hit is 54 damage over time, but just get 3 orbs, Louis.
Could be. Also, I like low lights plays on those like bear mirrors when you get like second Naga and then third Keeper. I think it's actually very innovative from him.
I love his 3 hero play as well, also against human. Sometimes he gets like a pit lord third or something, it's super interesting. How can EleGaNt hold here? I mean, doesn't look like he can, but maybe he can make it work with nighttime and reinforcements.
I think the hold here was due to the 3 saved bears. The first bear falls here for EleGaNt. Demon Hunter is getting entangled, and Colorful has a scroll of healing. Seems to be.
And now the emulation from the cloak is really good, I guess, in such a fight.
EleGaNt is trying his best. He's microing like a goat, but he calls it GG.
Reverse sweep coming, boys. Yeah, it is. It's a lot of different flavors of Night Elf Mirror. We've seen very different strats, very different execution. First 2 games, relatively clearly going to EleGaNt, and then somehow and something woke Colorful up. He's there, gets back-to-back wins, and now we're down to a best of 1.
Yeah, we are really down to a best of 1. So, yeah, really interesting. Let's see what we get on the last map. I mean, recently I saw a map of the great star-shaped, one of the greatest thinkers of our time. He went bottom Hippo Riders in Mir, so maybe that's something.
Bottom Hippo Riders.
Yeah, against bottom archers, I guess. But he made it work. Let's see. But it looks like we get another 2 Demon Hunters to just make 10 Demon Hunters for this series.
Game is up. I know who that is. All right. We got both players ready. GLHF. 3, 2, 1. Go. We have a couple of supporters here. Thank you, Sell It for Future for the 1-year resub. Buttcrumbs gifting 1,000 subs, lol. 1,000 bits. Love the variety of co-casters recently. Me too, man. Me too. JJ Xudo, Kabauta, thank you all. And now we decide this. Me and Kevin bringing you game 5. That would be quite a disappointment for EleGaNt, obviously. 3 match points and blowing it all. Unacceptable.
Yeah, definitely. But all games were close. I feel like we saw that Colorful scouting was not on point in the 2 maps that he lost. And then the Mass Hunt game was really close as well. So, yeah, not counting him out at all.
Never would we ever. Prince Jon Snow, thank you for the 13 month. Blizzard made a beautiful game. Back to Warcraft and W3Champions and a strong community. Players keep it alive. Thank you. Highly appreciated. Highly appreciating your support. So, Tidehunters. Kinda rare to see a mirror here, I'd say. And a lot comes down to the early shop. Like a player like Sonic would definitely rush for the shop to get a circlet. Is that what we have to expect?
Yeah, I guess that's definitely a play. Like, I guess it always is, as soon as the shop is between, like exactly in the middle of the 2 main bases. But you can also creep really nicely, I feel like, so you don't have to go for the circlet. You might as well go for a nice expo creep with Immolation and the pull, and then you have the Murlocs, which brings you close to level 3. Yeah, it's interesting. It's also an easy expansion map, so yeah, could be anything still.
Damn, these Night Elf mirrors with their variety makes it so hard for us casters, you know? There's some matchups where you basically don't have to watch the game for 10 minutes. You know exactly what's happening. But these days, Night Elf mirror, despite what the Twitch chat says, you can never be sure.
Yeah, but are you implying that we know what's happening in terms of the result, who will win because of balance issues or because of lack of strategic variety in the matchup?
Yeah, sometimes there's lack of variety, like an Orc mirror, of course, which we never see because they always get eliminated early. This Raider Walker play, I could cast it with a Demon Hunter's blindfold.
Yeah. Could go back to Mass Headhunter Neo, double barracks.
Dude, that was more fun to me.
That was really intense, man. Yeah.
It was. I mean, the games were over in like 7 minutes, but still, it was 7 minutes of fun.
Colorful wants to have some fun as well. He gets the circlet and... and he goes back to creep. Okay, so he just wanted an additional item.
Yeah.
Timing work for EleGaNt to still be aggressive, or is Colorful fast enough? I feel like he can safely get to level 4 creep and back off.
I guess so. That's the big turtle. Boom, there we go. Ring of Superiority, because of course we're stacking rings in Warcraft 3. Blocked by EleGaNt, not bad. Gets a bit of chip damage in. Nothing that decides the game, but every bit of moon juice counts.
Absolutely, I mean, it already makes quite a difference, I guess. I mean, he's 150 HP ahead, and he's making an aggressive Engine of War. He definitely watches Sonic replays.
I was about to say, like, is this Sonic playing? What the hell?
I've seen this before.
Like, this has no chance to come up? Does it?
Well, I mean, it's about the right clicks, but luckily Colorful positioned the Demon Hunter on the right. If the Demon Hunter would be on the left, he could just take hits from EleGaNt's Demon Hunter. Right now it's really good because he can cancel with the archers.
Incredible. The ball's on EleGaNt. Game 5, deciding map, tournament life on the line, and he just plants the racks in the opponent's base.
If he cancels, yeah, he does. I guess he still got so much damage done, and there's no Whisper the Goblin Lab once more, so he can just save the archers.
Pretty sick Shadow Melt, actually. Oh my god, the save with 1 HP.
Yeah, and this is really bad for Colorful because EleGaNt can just TP and then go for the all-in, and we do see another aggressive shop in the middle, and that worked once. Why shouldn't it work again? And Colorful will have no moon juice really during the push.
I love this play, love the strategic, love the execution by Colorful. Going into Double Engine of War, of course, this one will probably once again be cancelled, but he's buying so much time for himself.
And he now invests into the Hunt Resort, which is not gonna get cancelled, but also won't do too much at the beginning of tier 2. See, he goes for more archers, or at least moves the Ancient of War to his base. If he moves it to the lab, I guess it's also in the base, so that's okay. He needs it.
Alright, the defense by Colorful a little bit better than before. So, a playable situation for both?
Yeah, I think so, and I'm actually a bit confused because we do in fact see a Hunt Resort for EleGaNt, so it's an aggressive shop. Sniped Yoga Magi now, but it doesn't seem to be an all-in after all. Or maybe an all-in with Wisps and APs, but that would be weird.
We don't have the potions this time, unlike before. We're going for the press staff. The Naga wasn't part of the group for a little bit, so a couple of seconds bought. Keeper on the way, still nighttime, but barely any juice. Ultra Vision is coming, and can he get lures up? Or is that even a goal? I guess Bears is always the goal if you're Colorful.
It kind of feels like he's faking the push to a degree. Again, with the super early Naga and staff, which indicates an aggressive shot, but he's just going tier 3 behind it, and he's ahead in tech, obviously.
Is the Madman going Chimeras?
That would be super cool. I mean, those are the strings against Bears if you can just bust out some Chimeras, but in the biggest tournament of the world, I'm not sure if you want to risk it.
Unfortunately, he's not. That would have been a baller move, but nope. Entangle on the Demon Hunter controls him well, but gets to safety, gets to the shop. Doesn't have the resource for a potion at the moment, but damage exchanged. And the dust settles. Both on the way to tier 3, both on the way to Bears.
Player's forces are under attack.
Push didn't do too much now, but yeah, we have a super even game. Would have loved to see EleGaNt snipe the Ogre match from the marketplace beginning of tier 2 because Colorful was so passive, but if he gets a nice blocker, he at least gets level 5 and the item. Oh, that's huge. Illusions are cool.
Yeah, especially in Bear Mirror, when you can fake that you have a few more bears, that you broke upkeep already. It is confusing. I mean, for us as observers, this is of course easy, but as a player in the heat of the moment, not so much.
Interestingly, he used one right away. I feel like he had all the info he needed, but can always be used for a block and just buy time.
Colorful marching forward, the first more aggressive move from his side with the Demon Hunter so low. There shouldn't be a shop in the base, so there's a lot of moon juice, but no potions available currently.
Yeah, that can be really tricky. If Colorful gets map control now and just snipes the shop, then the the orb will be delayed. He can't get clarities, and the second orb will obviously delayed as well if you start from 0 again. Let's see if he doesn't want to be aggressive.
What a weird game. Fitting as the culmination of an unusual series. Tier 3 is done. Orb is online. Lots of damage on this demon once again, but Keeper has the staff ready, so everything should be safe.
Yeah, that was really important for EleGaNt. And now are the Ancients of War in position? Yeah, both Ancients of War heading towards the Goblin Labs, but EleGaNt gets the marketplace, and that could be a huge item.
Yeah, I guess he's indeed listening to the cast. Once again, you make a suggestion and he's following.
Can we ban him for this, or?
I think following your advice should get a praise, not a ban.
This should be enough evidence in the Warcraft community, right?
I guess so. Do we need much more? I'm so confused about this game. Master Bears are done. No Dryads at all for EleGaNt, and a nasty creep check if he looks up.
Oh, please get a Zapper. Aggressive Zapper. That's the best move.
Not just yet. Archers falling, no Dryads on either side. Boots of Kel'Thalas absolutely fantastic on Colorful side. Always blessed with great items. Naga by EleGaNt under fire. And this is of course the tournament life on the line. The Creep Jack turns into a nightmare.
And the Demon of Colorful with the Boots of Kel'Thalas and all the other items is a monster, like really.
Should have gone for the Sapper.
Yeah, I think so.
Whew.
Him, but damn.
Brutal. Lots of archers dead on both sides. Not much to creep with anymore. Super strong Demon Hunter, as you said. Still the camp available for EleGaNt. If that's a Vamp Aura, he might be able to get back into this game.
For sure. That would be the item, and let's see.
I guess Devotion Aura is also pretty great.
Yeah, absolutely. You can really feel such auras in Vermeer. Oh, gets the flute. Fortunate.
That is indeed unfortunate. Am I wrong, or was there 2 staffs on EleGaNt before and now there's only 1 staff?
Players' forces are
I saw staffs as well, for sure.
Okay, I mean, it's past 4 p.m. and we're in Germany. There could be some beers involved too.
I'm fairly sure one hero had 2 staffs.
As a non-Night Elf player, I always wonder, why don't you always go for 2 staffs?
Yes, sometimes it's a bit tricky, like the item situation on the Demon Hunter, I guess. Yeah. Oh, we have a big fight. None of the bears are upgraded, if I see that correctly, but yeah, Demon Hunter is just insane, and no Triad for EleGaNt could backfire.
Yeah, and Colorful smashing this fight, just marching forward towards the quarterfinal. 1 map is all it takes. Is up in supply now, is up in gold now, is working on upgrades, mixing in some Dryads. I think Colorful is ahead in every regard.
Yeah. He should be ahead enough to really get the best of this red spot, which could be a good item, or at least bring a lot of gold.
EleGaNt wants to bring the bears to the fight again, but he's down a bear. He has no backline. That's of course a lack of damage. Straight up only going for bears, nothing else. And we have another fight.
And as usual, no dispel, so this entangle should result in a kill, and better concave for Colorful as well. And yeah, the impact of entangle is just so huge here. Plus the aura. It's just like the Naga without mana does nothing, literally, and he didn't get anything out of beginning of tier 2. If that happens, the Keeper is just straight up better.
Man, what a fall from grace. After a 2-0 lead, EleGaNt is facing elimination. The reverse sweep. It's happening. Flute sold, Invo Potion bought, but Demon Hunter is about dead. And if you're able to creep the Null Overseer from your opponent's side, that tells a lot.
Definitely. So yeah, he goes for a Zeppelin that almost looks like a Hail Mary play, but Colorful is right in front of the base, so just push himself. And they're getting back to the double staff. Like, sometimes you just don't really have these spots, I guess. I feel like against Undead it's amazing to have double staff because of all the new potential. Sometimes on a Demon Hunter you don't want it. You rather want stuff of teleportation and strong items, but I feel like as soon as you are on tier 3, it should always be worth it, because bears are just so much more expensive than 1 staff. But on tier 2, I'm not sure.
Yeah, we'll go back to that after I cast your next game. But oh boy, this might be over right here if the Demon Hunter gets surrounded, but he had that Invul Potion. A little bit of a weird situation, but once again, Colorful should have the better concave. 3 bears mauling away at 1. Dude, I don't know. It's always the case. Colorful is born in a better position than his opponent.
It's interesting. He's already swapping the TP, so he's paying attention, and yeah. Zeppelin looks fancy, but after all, it's units out of the fight, and he has to do some magic happen if he wants to win this game, I guess.
Yeah, first some magic to heal up. but he doesn't even have that much mana anymore to heal up. Moon Juice, of course, also depleted to a good part. And Colorful is just getting closer and closer to victory. The Demon Hunter is a little problematic, but double orb, plus these items on the Demon Hunter, plus Roar, so much damage. And EleGaNt, man, I know you're a veteran player, but you need a very, very special play now.
And Colorful is playing it safe. He gets Nature's Blessing and the Expos are not running out anytime soon, or the main bases rather, so he just respects the Zeppelin option. He knows he's ahead and goes for the push now, and we do see a fake Zeppelin actually. He tries to buy time, I think, for creeping. But Colorful is just attacking, and might be GG.
Wow, 3 maps in a row for Colorful, quarterfinal for Colorful, and a very, very sad day for EleGaNt.
Yeah.
What
Nice
went
best of
wrong?
5.
What went wrong, RazerMoon?
Well, I think he didn't use the Naga advantage, so he decided to like go for both the push and the tier 3, and he did not like get that advantage with Naga, because if you get Naga, you have a very tight window where you either take the middle creep camps or you expand, you like prepare for that early push. I think his idea was in like, okay, I'm gonna push you throughout the whole game to make sure your moon walls are dry, and then I get to like my bears that are gonna be ready faster than yours because you're gonna be expecting me to push you and overreact. But Colorful actually held there, no APs were made, nothing really excessive, on just 6 archers, confident hold there, and of course that led to the GG.
How can it happen that you win the first 2 maps so decisively and then completely fall off?
He decided to play worse strategies. Like, you need to play more all-ins. That's what I think. They worked really well for him. He played them nicely, and yeah, LR almost worked out. But I don't think he will take many maps and a straight up bear mirror against him. And he didn't. He played it straight up, which is respectable. But I feel like you need to play it a bit more lame-ish or expansion heavy against him.
So since I have you 2 Night Elf experts here, how is it that Colorful always has the better position? What's he doing better than his opponent?
So personally, I think that he is more experienced, and I feel like the offensive side usually gets a better position, because once you defend, due to all of the Warcraft tree mechanics and everything, your bears are just getting, you know, like blocked in those narrow like base spaces and stuff. And once you're offensive, you are getting like that broad, you know, like good bear positioning on the wide opening, you know, space, and it just then like you get the station where like 2 bears attack one, and one is getting blocked behind, and also moonbells. You always kind of feel like, okay, I want to save this bear and that bear, and you just use them to save like to get like that 50 HP for a bear that later on doesn't convert to like confident advantage on a matchup.
I think super good points. But he also knows when to be aggressive, because it can backfire fast against Moonwells. But yeah, I feel like especially the Naga in the last map didn't do him any favors, really. You could, like, he didn't do anything on tier 2, and then the longer the game goes, the better the keeper will become, and this was level 2, or why not even level 3. So if he plays like this, maybe he should also go for a keeper from time to time. Like, this didn't work out.
Still very respectable performance by EleGaNt. I think not too many people had him in for 2 map wins here today. I really hope we see more of him in the future.
Definitely, Neo.
All right, next up, new match, new matchups. 2 absolute legends. Kevin, you are very familiar with both of them, of course. It's Moon versus Leon up next.
Yeah, this will be super interesting. I think Leon is well prepared for Moon. We never know what the shape will be for a day, but it could be a super close series. I looked up the stats, I did my homework, and I like counting, like, if I like ignore the disconnects and so on, they are basically 50-50 in this season, and last season it was like 5 wins for Moon on the ladder, 1 win for Leon. So yeah, Leon improved significantly, and we'll give him a hard time, I'm sure.
Wouldn't expect that just from the name value. Of course, Moon, one of the greatest of all time. Leon, one of the greatest Germans of all time. That would be quite an upset if he takes the W here. So RazerMoon, do you think Leon stands a chance, or will it be your namesake?
Well, Moon, of course, as you could judge from my nickname, is one of my very favorite night elves. But thing is, I actually have a lot of warm feelings and words about Leon. I think he's really the grinder. I think he has developed I respect him a lot because he's usually playing during the hardest hours of the day. Because we here in America, we're playing against some Koreans and mostly our scene. So if you open my or anybody's from here, match history, it's gonna be like Reset, Jens, a lot of players that are not on the world scale. And then if you open Leon's match history, it's gonna be happy, 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 focus, fly, happy, 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 happy. All right, so I do respect the grind, and I think he's very talented, and he's definitely one of the few players who deserve his position in the tournament. And let's see, he's up against the most experienced and the player who created anything we know about the Night Elf race.
Except the Warden play, which of course goes to Lawlight. We have to take the Lawlight credit here when he's not in the tournament, which makes me sad. But yeah, Moon is a pretty good replacement for him. We need a little break, and you guys might need a little time to support these players. We have a crowdfunding going on, matcherino.com/W3C Finals 15 or something. It's in the chat. You'll find it. $3,024.69. You can boost it up. Would love to see the 3,500 cracked because the players absolutely deserve it. The 2-on-2 players, the 1-on-1 players, and the guys for the FFA section later tonight. You can buy profile pictures if you're a fan of an Archmage, Warden, Shadowhunter, or Cryptlord. $5 a piece directly to the prize pool. No share for the hardworking graphic artists or the hardworking organizers, all for the players. And then we're back with the hyped series of Moon versus Leon. Don't go in.